Hello children, here we are again. I'm teacher Arbenita and the topic for today is how to read a map. So we're going to learn how to read a map. As we said, today we're going to learn how to read a map. So please open your books on page 70 and 71. Materials needed for this lesson are student's book, today 1, a notebook, a pencil, and a rubber. Here we have a map of New York City, the same map that you have on your books. So, can you tell me if you can recognize any places here? I guess that you could recognize any of the places that are there. Here we have some symbols that we can find in a lot of maps. The first one is the symbol for school. The second one is bus station. The third one is library. The fourth one is fire station. The fifth one is police station. The sixth one is restaurant. The seventh one is landmark. The eighth one is car park. The ninth one is hotel. The 10th one is the theater. The 11th is hospital. The 12th is bank. The 13th sign is post office. The 14th is park. And the last sign is museum. Now, let's read together and learn something new about New York City. This is a map of New York City. New York City is a very busy place, and there are lots of cool places to visit. The key has symbols for the different places in the city. Can you find the symbol for a landmark? I guess you can. The Statue of Liberty is a very famous New York landmark. It's on Liberty Island in New York Harbor. Lots of people visit the Statue of Liberty every year. You can climb up to the head of the statue, but there are 154 steps. There is a museum in the statue too. Can you find the Statue of Liberty on the map? I guess you can. The Empire State Building is a very tall skyscraper. It's 443 meters high and it's got 102 floors. You can see amazing views of New York City from the top floor. What square is the Empire State Building in on the map? New York has got some amazing parks and great museums. How many parks can you find on the map? I guess you can find 3 parks. Now, how many museums can you find? I guess there are 3 museums. What squares are they in? You should find the square. Now, you're ready to explore New York City. Have fun! Here we have some new words that are used on the text that we read. So this is the time that you should write these words on your notebooks, because these are the words that are new and they are translated into Albanian language. So please write these on your notebooks. Let's see at the study tip. When you learn new words, it's sometimes useful to write the word in a sentence. Kur ju e mësoni një fjalë të re, nganjëherë është e nevojshme që ta shënoni atë fjalë në një fjali. For example, the Statue of Liberty is a famous landmark in New York. Now, you have to find 3 new words on page 60 and write a sentence for each word in your exercise book. For example, harbor. There are lots of boats in the harbor. Let's start with this exercise. Look at the map in exercise 1 and write the grid references. Now, the hotel is in D3. What do you think? Where is the fire station? Yes, the fire station is in D2. How about the Statue of Liberty? The Statue of Liberty is in F2. The hospital is in A3. The theater is in A2. The Empire State Building is in C3. The school is in C2. The bank is in B3. The restaurant is in C2. And the last one, the library, is in E2. I hope that you have done like this. Now let's start with this exercise. Listen and draw the symbols on the grid. Which grid squares are empty? Now you have to listen and you have to draw the symbols on the grid. So let's listen.
Unit 6, Student's Book, page 71. Exercise 4. Listen and draw the symbols on the grid. Which grid squares are empty? Oh dear, we're lost. Where's the post office?
Let me see the map. Well, we're at the library, so we're in A2.
A2? Oh, yes, that's right. And the hotel is here in B1.
Okay. The hotel is in B1. And the hospital is next to the car park in B2.
I see. Is the car park in A3?
No, it isn't. The car park is in B3. The restaurant is in A3.
Oh dear, I'm not very good at this.
Don't worry, it's easy. Look, the bank is in C3 and the post office is next to the bank.
The post office is in C2.
That's right. Come on, let's go and find it.
Let's see how you have drawn. So, the restaurant, it is in A3. The hotel, it is in B1. The hospital, it is in B2. The car park is in B3. The post office is in C2. The bank is in C3. So, which grid squares are empty? What do you think? Yes, the square A1 and the square C1. Dear children, that was all for today. Thank you for your attention and see you next time.